What's up, son? Any past your bedtime? I'll teach you how to do a little work. Vape. No scary stories. Strap Hot, welcome. Anthony, hello. Didn't know if anybody would pop up. I'm just still working. So I quit working for a couple hours. I was bored. So I came back down and started working again. So I'll probably work till 1, 2 in the morning. Finley River, Kennels, good to see you. Fresh meat, what does that mean? What does that mean? Fresh meat. I've already done a few streams. Thank you, Finley. I appreciate that. I will get you back on that. Gil Skills, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. I stopped working at about 7 o'clock. I got bored and came back down. Now I'm going to work till about 1 or 2 in the morning. I got a whole bunch of CD-ROMs to take apart. CD-ROMs, Gil. CD-ROMs. I almost got my shelf back here cleaned off. I've been doing these most of the day in between doing my gold. They're not bad to do. A couple of screws and it's all said and done. I just take the board out. I don't take the reader or any other stuff out of them. Not worth my time. I throw the rest in shred. That gold kicked my butt, Gil. 4 days. This is day 4, and I'm still not done. But I left it set for a long time and forgot about it, so it's my own fault. Oh, it's exciting. Yeah, the gold takes, if you do it the right way and don't forget about it, it takes 4 to 6 hours depending on how much you have. But I had a half a 55-gallon bucket full. Jimmy C, welcome, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? I've been working at my school as a janitor. I don't get paid by the school, but by my real dad. He pays me a bit of his check. But that's cool. Oh, you're making some money. Scott Stotts, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, as long as you get a little bit of money inside the pencil, that's cool. So, yep. So you got shred steel. I just take this little board here out, like that. Pull that piece of tape off, because that tape has gold on it. See the gold on the very end? Which is all of this stuff. This all has gold on it. So I'll process that and I'll get all that gold off of these too. But that's all it's sewn. I sell them to a board sort for $3.50 a pound. And these little, I don't know what they're called, ribbon wires. I just take all these and I just throw these in my low grade copper wire. My yard buys them as like Christmas light grade, so money and everything. I kind of messed up because I was going to look and see if anybody was streaming, and I forgot to do that. I just went right to streaming, so I hope I didn't run over anybody. Gil was the main one, but I see Gil's here, so I don't think he's streaming. I don't want to come over here and kick my butt in June. I do miss Recycle Dude, though. And I was supposed to email him, and I forgot. So I need to get on that. I've just been super, super busy. Let's see here. Whoop. That didn't work. Yeah, I'm student of this live streaming, so I'll get it together one of these days. So it's just been a like this one here. You got the board. I can take all these chips off these boards and send them to my refiner. I take the little crystal oscillator off. But I don't know. There's more gold in this chip than there is in these two chips. So, and that little IC chip there. So, that's my phone. Believe that? That is crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I can get $3.50 a pound for the boards. Or sit and take all the chips off and send them to my refiner. So, I don't know. I was supposed to go to Ohio yesterday, and I didn't go because I had a doctor's appointment. That one has gold on it. It's really hard to see that on the camera. Scott Stotts. I am working on disk drives out of desktops. So CD-ROMs. So that's what they look like inside. Put your CD in there in the drawer. Sometimes these are like a little treasure hunt because sometimes you'll get CDs in them. I like them when I get change in them because somehow kids get money in them. I don't know how they do it, but I ain't complaining. Not complaining. But I'm slowly dwindling down what I got down here, but I got a lot to do. And not yet. I did see the little heater thing video that you did, Gil. That was pretty cool. I need one of them to sit over here, but it's warming up now. Oh, bologna. Good God. Did you eat it? That'd be a good challenge. CD-ROM bologna. Come on. Bologna. Yeah, that one don't have anything on it, but see all the chips on there? So I'm kind of up in the air what to do with these. I don't know. The flat ones are good. The quads are good. But I got a big old printer box full of them. And like I said, most of these ribbons are the gold on them, so it's another little plus. Every little bit, it all adds up. Rest is spread. Next. No eating that. Come on, Gil. You can do the peanut butter and mayonnaise challenge. You can eat some bologna out of a disk drive. Was it green? I bet it was green. Scott got arrested for exposing your floppy drive. I bet you did. I don't work on scrapping circuits. I do engineer and scrap cars. It's not really hard, exotic pencil, to scrap this stuff. You just gotta know what you're doing. Like this board here. These here, IC chips. This here. This is an IC chip, but it's a flat pack. Some people call them quads. This has more value to it. This is the same as these. But then a lot of people will pull these pins off right here because they're gold plated. I don't mess with them. If they fall off, I put them right here in this jar. But you need so many of them to get anything that I don't have time. I don't have time. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on a live chat. Maybe that'll see what that does. You gotta add more RAM to the hard drive. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what to do with these. That's why I didn't go there. I still have as far as my gold that I've been posting, I still have all these to do. That's like, I think it's 15 pounds. But these are like this one here has gold on the back of the board. You can see how it's shining there. Plus it has the fingerboard. Plus these BGA chips have a lot of gold in them. This is the same thing, except these chips have less gold than these chips. These are IC chips, they have the metal legs on them, but the BGAs yield a lot more gold. And that's why I like this little stuff here. This is laptop. This is all BGA. So you got 4, 8, 12. You got 16 chips just on one thing. Plus I'll cut the gold off. So these I can get, I think board sort right now is 15, 25 maybe. It's going down because the gold's not doing the best right now. So that's another thing with the, I gotta figure out what to do with this. And figure out what to do with these boards. And figure out what to do with the rest of these. I have boards everywhere. And I just got a load of flat screen TVs today, like I really wanted them. But I have about 500 of them. So I don't really need them. But $15.25 a pound. Yeah. There's a place here that's 2 hours from me. I think they're paying $15.75. I'd like to start going there as well, but the problem with them is they're really picky, especially on like motherboards and stuff. Board sort is I think $260 for a large socket motherboard. This other place I found here in Michigan is $380, which is good, but the problem is, give me 1 second. So the problem is, this is a large socket board. So this is $2.60 a pound, or $3.80 a pound, depending on where I take it. But they have a gold corner BGA chip that went right there. The new place I have, I can't take them off. Board sort, I can still take them off and still get the same value for the board. So in the long run, you know, am I better off taking them off or leaving them on? But the other problem with the new place is this is a green board. There's yellow, there's red, there's blue, there's purple. Well, the new place buys these for $380. Can you believe this? 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm not answering it. But the new place I found will pay $380 for this. But if I have another large socket board that's yellow or blue or any color but green, it drops down to $280. It drops $1 a pound. Because they're considered aftermarkets. So, you know, I'm going to probably lose money there to where a board sort, I can take green, large socket, any color there is, as long as it's a large socket, and still get the same price for it. So I have to sit and figure out, you know, so I want to make 2 different piles or just one pile for Ohio. And right now I have stuff piled up for Ohio that I've weighed on their website, and I'm already at like $4,800, and I still have a ton to go. I just haven't had time to get it all together. North Folklores, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Dimple. Hi, Dimple. What was that server? Just wanted to say, yeah. So yeah, Scott. That's the way this business is. It's, you know, up and down, up and down. I don't really think it's anybody trying to cut, you know, each other's throats. It's just the way the market is in certain areas. Board sort actually has 2 places. They have one in Wickliffe, Ohio, which is just east of Cleveland, and they have one in Alliance, Ohio, which is about an hour away from there. But you need to get back into it, Gil Skills. As you know, Gil, I do this as a living. You know, I do this. This pays my bills, bought my house. You know, I mean, I like doing it. Unfortunately, I'm getting a little burned out because I've been just like doing marathon sessions of trying to get rid of stuff. And now that the weather is breaking here, it's just going to get worse. I still have 6 pallets of computers, hard drives, and stuff like that that I have to go pick up. I just don't have the room for it right now, but they're holding it to me. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I do this 7 days a week. I don't even, I rarely take a day off. I either have to be sick as a dog or, something bad's got to happen for me to not to work. But I do it, like I said, I do it 7 days a week, and I do it 10, 14 hours a day. But I took my little 2-hour break, so I'll be ready to go probably to 1, 2 in the morning. And I'm still filtering gold over there, too. I'll show you. But that's what I'm up to so far in gold. So that height is all the way around the beaker, but it's getting close to about 20 grams right now. And an ounce of gold, I think, is 23 grams. So I'm getting there. This still has to be cleaned up a little bit, and, but I want to get it all done. Plus, I still have this bucket that I've been working on for 3 days. I still see gold in there floating around. And then all these chips, I have to go through every one of them, like a little piece of gold there, and spray these with a spray bottle to get all the gold off of them. But don't worry, this is just water in here. Just let my hands in there. So, yep, still got that to do. Mike's getting to be a tired scrapping machine, though, Gil. But I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, I don't even think I was on YouTube today. Now that I think about it, I think I might have said hi to Idiot of the Day, and I think that's about the only one I went and said hi to. If I remember right. I only got and I only said hi to Mickey today. One hi. That was it all day. No wonder I got a lot of stuff done. Scott, it can be tedious. This ain't bad doing this. Even pulling the computers apart, the desktops, breaking them down. That's not even tedious. The tedious part is when you start pulling the chips off the boards and stuff. Then it gets tedious. When you start pulling. I used to actually take the capacitors off too to sell them, but my scrapyard quit buying them, so they just go in the shred pile. But yeah, it can get tedious. That's for sure. You got to pace yourself, because if you do one thing all day, you get burned out real quick. So I'll do these for a few hours, and then I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 23 milk crates of hard drives that I have to break down. So you just bounce around. But then, now I'm doing the my gold. When I'm filtering the gold, while that's filtering, then I find something else to do. So I have plenty to do. That's for sure. But yeah, that's all it's to these. And you don't really have to pull these ribbon wire off if you don't want to, but I do it as just a habit. Like I said, I have a 55-gallon drum there. This blue one right here. It's got ribbon wire, but I mix, the stuff I'm getting out of there, and I mix the thicker stuff. This is all the same stuff. And Christmas lights. Heritage Farms, hello. And yeah, I am a big believer in recycling. The only thing that upsets me is with all the flat screen TVs I have, um, this plastic here, I cannot get rid of. This is ABS plastic. I actually have to have a company come and haul this out for me. So, it costs me money to do that. Or I have I can get a dumpster, roll-off dumpster, and I think they're about $3.50, and throw it all in there. But it just goes to the landfill, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just I'm a recycler, and that's the only thing I have a problem getting rid of. Mess Hall, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in about a week. Man, I wish we could. Yeah, and even like the CRT TVs, I can't even take them anymore. Summer I had 500 of them, different shapes and sizes, and I scrapped them out. I took the yoke out, took the board out, took the Degazi cable out, put the back on it, and I just made a spot out in the back, and I just piled them up, and it cost me almost $500 to get them all hauled out of here. So it was almost $1 a TV to get them all out of here. So those I don't take anymore. There's one or two guys that come around, but they're just like everyday scrappers. They drive around every day, and whatever they pick up at throughout the day, they run to the scrapyard, and that's their money for the day. So if they get one or two of the small ones, I don't even want the real big ones anymore. I'll take them. But yeah, CRTs are terrible. They have lead in the glass, so it's really hard to get rid of them. Hey, B&O, how are you, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. So if anybody wants to come over and help, I'm here till 2. Or whenever I get tired. Bad part is I took a break, so I could work all night. Who knows? Never know. I got a little energy in me now, so I'm ready to go. Thanks, Heritage Farms. I really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm kind of new to the YouTube, live streaming for sure. I've only done, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 live streams. And I think I've been on YouTube maybe 11 weeks now, as far as content is concerned. Excuse me. So I got 1,000 subs like really quick, and then I decided, well, maybe I'll broaden out and see what the live streaming is. I've had a few people ask me to try it and see. So not bad. It's just when you're working, it's just kind of hard to keep up with the chat, but I can't get rid of working CRT. Yeah, I saw your thing on I think it was Facebook for the CRTs ago. I told you what to do with them. Take them apart and ship them down to Moose and let Moose get rid of them. He's got a connection. Oh, that's cool, Mess Hall. Yeah, it keeps you busy. Yeah, like I say, you make a few bucks. Heritage Farms, you hit 500. That's awesome. Hey, Joseph Grohl, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know how I grew so fast, but I greatly appreciate it. Everybody that's supporting me and along the way. Gil Skills, Mickey XOXO, Recycle Dude. They've been a really, really big help. I still got a long way to go. I've been getting yelled at for not putting my playlist together. I think I have almost 60 videos posted, so I have to thank Gil. I appreciate that. So I had to work on that. Maybe this weekend I'll take an hour or two and get that going. He's always yelling at me about it. I told him, go do it for me. But I don't have time. I don't know, with all the drama in YouTube, I figured I'd just live stream and work, and no drama. Drama's ridiculous. Y'all got to play nice together. That one's ready to go. I kind of like when I don't have to do nothing to them. Garbage. Garbage. Sometimes you can pull these off. Yeah, like that one. I got a big garbage bin over there on wheels, and then I wheel it up the steps and take it out to the trailer and dump it in the barrels. Makes it easier. Yeah, Gil, it's just seems like it's getting worse and worse. I don't know. Rusty Lungs, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. What was that? Oh, some good channels on. Yeah, like I said, I just started live streaming, and I didn't even look to see if I was stepping on anybody's toes or not. So hopefully I'm not. So, yeah. A little consideration. But I do miss my recycle dude, man. I do miss that guy. I seen he was streaming the other day, but it was at a weird time. And I was I have a contract with Kentucky Fried Chicken, so I was moving some burned out ovens and stuff for him. So I didn't get to watch it. I lost my knife. The other thing, you can have 10 tools here that you're constantly using and you can't find one when you want it. I had a jar of this jar right here. It was all the gold that's in one of my videos off the back of laptops. It's just a little tab. I don't know if you can see that or not. But there's a little bit of gold on there. Well, I had a boatload of laptops, so I took them all off. And then I was talking about the video. Well, the bottle was sitting right there. So I was over here yakking. Said I had that bottle, couldn't find it. When I came back, it was sitting there. So just amazing. I'm just getting old and senile. I am an old man. Getting older. You know the joints feel it. Heritage Farms, thanks for coming in. I'll probably be on here for a while as long as there's people in here. Yeah, I know, Gil. That sucks, man. It's just, I don't know. I don't even really know what to say with about that, but I understand because he's on a lot, and when you have the same connections with people, I guess that fear is there. But I guess once it happens to you, then they pretty much know the story on the next phone call they get. Cheers Creations, how are you? Thanks for coming. Hope I didn't miss anybody else. I'm trying to pay attention when I'm doing this. See what I mean? Lost my screwdriver. Does that mean I can quit? I found it. Need to get a really, really small bit that fits in there. Now I have to use a hand screwdriver. Makes it a lot quicker. Oh, there we go. All right. You said you're taking these apart, Gil? Let's go. Cut that one off. Put that off. Done. also, Gil, if you get the green fiber CPUs, I don't know if you take the back cover off, but if you take them off, you get more money for them. They were $6 a pound at Board Sort with the metal on them. You pop that metal off and you get $12 a pound, so almost, or $11. So it almost doubles it. And these are number 2 copper, and these are pretty heavy. These add up quick. I even take them off of my. Oh, I threw in the wrong bucket. Oh goodness. There we go. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, you do take them off? Cool. I had one here on the table. I don't know what I did with it. But so yeah, if you take they come like that with the pins on them. So all you do is take a flat putty knife and just put it in between there, and it's just a silicone. It's just a black silicone that holds it. It comes off real easy. And yeah, so $6 a pound. Take that off, $11 a pound. I got a couple. Almost a whole bucket full. All kinds of little tricks I've learned. So, like this bucket here, other than these two and this thing, these are all those backings. And this bucket weighs 2 pounds. So I'm gonna throw this bucket over here and just curiosity, but it's heavy. And we'll see what this weighs real quick. That bucket is 16 pounds, and it's just the bottom of it's covered. Not counting this stuff. So they add up real quick. And like I said, it's number 2 copper, so it's easy to do. Alright, so I'm gonna take a break on that one. And let's do this. Let's see. I need to find my bit that fits these. There it is. Alright, Gil, I'm going to show you how fast you can take a hard drive apart. Invest in these long shanks Torx bits. I paid $6 for this little pack, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bits, all different sizes. So any bit you need is right there. So I used to do these by hand, but then when I got the bits, it's like nothing. Oh, now they stripped that one out. I mean, you gotta, square up on them, but I stripped that one out because I went the wrong way. You just take this piece of tape that's on this one. These are kind of a pain, but I can do a hard drive usually within 5 minutes. Remember, kids, never cut towards you. See, like that. But what you can do on these is just cut along the seam. Cut that tape. That tape's actually aluminum too. Now y'all know why my hands look like they do. I'll bust it up. So just pull that off, except for that one I stripped out there. So this one's aluminum, this lid. That's aluminum. If you don't know, that's the inside of a computer hard drive. Yeah, Gil, I mean, it's in there. I think I went on wish.com and I found them there. But sometimes inside you'll have two different sizes. This one here is, and then this magnet. Oh, this is good. All right. Back to losing tools again. Yeah. So these are neodymium magnets. They'll break your fingers. They are super, super strong. Why am I using a chisel for a flat screwdriver? Wow. And then the reader just sometimes just sits in there. So you take the whole thing. You go like that and it just falls out. That quick. Then you got your motor somewhere riveted in, like this one. That one's got screws in it. Gotta fix this camera. Alright. But this has screws in it. This one don't. This has rivets in it. But all you do with these is you put these in a vise and just take a center punch and just tap that and that'll come right out. When that comes out, it comes out and it'll come out and look like this when it pops out. These are basically breakage because there's a ring right here that has metal in it and the shaft is metal, so it's breakage. The rest is aluminum. And then once you pull this out, in this cavity, there'll be a little band of copper. It'll be like, the motor winding. So you just pop that out with a screwdriver. And then this one here is, well, you should have this one. But this one here is just screwed in, so just. But that's how quick it is to take one of these apart. Don't take long at all. If I can get this. See how strong that magnet is? Fights with you. Huh. Come on out of there. Oh, it's a piece of plastic right there. There we go. Yeah, but this is the strong part. If you take this and you see how I used to sell these for $1 a piece, and I can't sell one of these to save my life. So now I just throw them in my shred pile. I don't even mess with them. So now you have clean cast aluminum. You have the platters. My yard buys them as, it's called FE aluminum, which I'm not sure what the FE stands for. But I get like 40 cents a pound for these, and these add up really quick. And then you have the little spacer ring and the retainer ring. So those are just aluminum. Sometimes they're stainless steel. And then you have just a copper bearing motor. So it's real easy to take apart. There. Gotta find all the right buckets. I don't have a bucket for these yet. And then you have the reader, which, see how it's got 3 layers? So like one disc would go in there somehow, like that. Then there'd be a spacer, and then your next disc would go on the next level. And then when it spins, it would, read it back and forth. So, but this is actually, the shiny stuff is actually platinum. I've had a lot of practice, Gil. Hey, Gil, I appreciate you stopping in, man. I really, really do. Hope to see you again soon. I've been trying to stream just on the weekends, but if I can squeeze one in like at night like this, if I'm bored and nobody else is on, that's what I'm going to do. As far as watch hours, I don't really care because I got a long, long, long way to go. But you have a good night, buddy. and I will talk to you soon. All right, so that's how that goes. I'll go back to these. But yeah, you gotta mix it up. Let me make sure that's moving. That feels kind of heavy. Platinum. See, this is metal. Looks like aluminum, but it's actually metal. Platinum, I don't really mess with. Platinum is really hard to refine, and the platinum that's on these here could be, geez, I don't even know, but it's like you need thousands and thousands of these to get any kind of platinum of any value out of them. But there are people that do it. I just don't do it. My main things are I do the gold, and then just to scrap the aluminum, copper, brass, stuff like that. The platinum, palladium. Um, there's another one's called rhodium or rhodinum, but there's a lot of them out there. Main lock. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Hope I didn't butcher your name too bad. So, but yeah, this is just everybody does like silver. I don't even do silver. Silver is I think when I looked today it was like $15 an ounce. So that's just crazy. So I don't really do the silver because if I'm going to do gold, gold's almost $1,300 an ounce. Silver is $15 an ounce. A lot of guys do silver. I just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't want to do it. Never will do it. I don't even. I have some silver that I have in my box over there that I've had it for probably 2 years. Just sitting over there. It's not even worth dealing with. If silver went up to $50, $60 an ounce, maybe, but it's got a long way to go. And with the way the markets are now, I don't see it doing anything anytime soon. Unfortunately. Mighty Scrapper, good to see you, buddy. How are you today? Maniac? Maniac? Okay, got it. Maniac Miner. I kind of looked at it and I kind of thought that's what it looked like, but I just wanted to make sure. I don't like to butcher up anybody's name unless it's Jamie C. Your friend Jamie? Yeah, Jamie. So I'm not good with names. A lot of guys aren't. But see, like this one here, this actually has a CD in it. So what could it be? Could it be a movie? Could it be a game? Could it be porn? Could it be a boot up disk, which is mostly what I always find. Windows disk, disk recoveries. That's got gold on it. I never find nothing good. Once in a rare while, I'll get lucky and find a movie or something, but not too often. But we'll pop it open, see what we can get out of it. See how easy that is? Princess Lady Helfrich X-rays. Who knows? There's actually a guy in Canada. 99 Dusan is his channel. He gets silver out of these. All right, Scott's channel. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it, buddy. Run those channels, get that support out for everybody. That's awesome. 4 hours. I've started at 6 o'clock this morning, and I'm still going. I took about an hour. I vote porn. It wasn't porn myself. I took about an hour break. I grabbed something to eat. Kind of just took a little breather and kind of went on YouTube, and nothing really interested me there. And checked out Netflix, and nothing looked interesting there. So I said, So I had the shop actually shut down. I had everything shut down, so I came back and fired everything back up. And then I said, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll do a little stream, see what happens. All my coffee machines, Mighty Scrapper, came out of the trash. Yeah. I have a lot of scrap guys that they know I use them, so if they see them, they'll pick them up as long as they have the pots. I mean, I have a ton of pots, but because the machines are different heights, you gotta have the right pot. Like this pot here is kind of high, to where you'll have a pot that's down here. So the 10 cup, 12 cup. So you gotta have the right pots for them. But yeah, I would never buy one. Actually, I have my old one because I went and bought a new one. So yep, that's where they came from, out of the trash. And they work really, really well. Put my bit back. This is a habit I try to keep, putting the bits back when I'm done with them. No. Boiling down sap for maple syrup. Oh man. So I take it you live in Maine. I used to live in Maine, man, a long time ago. I used to live in New Brunswick. Maine is beautiful, I'll tell you that. Alright, lost my little screwdriver again. But too cold, but I'm in Michigan, so it's just as cold. Thinking of start doing what you do once I get all the supplies. Yes. Well, that's cool, my scrap. I'm glad I inspired you. If you're gonna do the gold, though, I have to tell you. All kidding aside, make sure you have all the safety stuff that you need, because you just acid is nothing to play with. So read up on it. Check the YouTube sites. There's a site, I don't know if you go on Facebook. There's a site on Facebook called eGold in Recovery. It's a group, and check what they have, because those guys are, I call myself a backyard refiner, but these guys are, they use nitric acid and Aqua Regina, and they make all this stuff, and I just I don't want to mess with the nitric acid either, because that stuff's just scary. But really check around before you really start. When I started doing this, I had a boatload of stuff that I had piled up, and I probably waited about 4 or 5 months before I actually poured any acid out of a jug to start doing it. So just you need like latex gloves, a respirator, definitely like a face shield. If you can get like a plastic apron to wear in front of you, so you don't get no splash. A lot of times I don't even wear the gloves, and I'm pretty careful though. I don't splash it around too much, except the other day when on my video I poured it into the jug and overflowed the jug. But luckily water dilutes it like instantly, so it's not a big deal. But safety, safety, safety. Safety, safety. Because like I said, I have one lung, so I have to really be careful. So I do use the respirators. I actually bought mine at Harbor Freight, but it should be, just a But this number here, is P95. I should have a P100 if I was really doing like a lot. So P100 is the lowest that you really should go as far as a respirator is. But hey Jimmy, let's see. Oh really? Yeah, Brunswick was awesome. But like I said, it was quite a while ago. Yeah, Nigel, I'm glad you made it in. It's good to see you. So, but yeah, like I said, you can't emphasize enough on safety with this stuff. I mean, even just doing the boards, you're sitting here taking all these boards have toxins on them, but as long as you keep your hands clean. I mean, I wear gloves. I actually got like these gloves here. They're actually like rubber, but they're great for if you want to pick up small stuff. Like, see, I could pick up just one of those with no problem. So they're really good for that. And I actually got these at Home Depot, and they were $10 for 10 pair. So I turned around and I bought 20 of them. And I still have like a bunch of the cloth ones. I get these for like $5 for 10 pair. But the problem with these is they keep your hands warm, but yeah, the boards stick to them. So when you're trying to work, you're getting caught on it. So I don't use them for the boards anymore. I just oh, look at that! I moved those gloves and found 2 cell phones. Hey, never know what you find in here. What acid would I use for getting the old gold out of pins from my ceramic? The ceramic CPUs are really, really hard, and you really got to have nitric acid to do those. I have some here, and what I do with these is I don't even mess with them. I can sell these to board sort, but what I do is, because they're all different ones, like this is an AMD, this is the AMD K6, this is a Pentium. But what I do with these, this is a DLP. This is out of a, what do they call those? Projection TVs. I just bought, I think 5 of the projections today. As long as the projection TV is a HDMI, it'll have this in it. But I just pile these up and I just sell them to my refiner because, like I said, they're really hard. You have to bust them all up, little pieces, and then you got to put them in nitrate. There's like 3 or 4 processes you have to do, and I don't even want to mess with them. So it's easier for me to just, when I get a jar full or 20 or 30 of them, I just send them to him, and he throws my money in PayPal, and we're good to go. Yeah, some of the Motorola ones are. Motorola's, I think they're 8086s. They look like a IC chip. They look like one of these, but they're gold, and they have gold legs on them. Those are like, I think, $125 or something a pound. So, but yeah, like I said, I used to, I just sell them. I don't screw with them. It's just not worth it, in my book. I have so much other stuff to do that, to sit and I'd have to actually build like a little lab to do it. I'd have to build something outside because the fumes are really, really bad. Now, this stuff here is what I use to do all my gold, which is just muriatic acid, which is Home Depot, Lowe's. This stuff it's 90% lower fumes. So you can actually take the lid off of this and smell it, and it won't bother you. I mean, it'll probably bother you down the road, but you don't have that toxic fumes floating around. So you can actually use that without a mask, but I don't recommend it if you're inside. If you're outside, it's a different story. But always wear your gloves. That gold that I have, when I dissolve that, I use muriatic acid and bleach, and that is extremely toxic. That stuff will knock you out. So then you got to use your respirator and stuff. The one chip would be $6. I calculated. You know what is another thing for board sort is the pinless chips, the pinless CPUs. They have a program where they buy them if they're on their list. And I have just got these packaged up today because I had them laying all over the place. And as you can see, that's getting shipped off the board sort. But this is all i5s, i7s, i3s, pinless ones. So if you get i5s, i7s, i3s, go on board sort and look at their pricing for them. You'll have to register on their site, but it's free to do. And I don't know how many's in here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably about 15 in there, but going through the price list and adding them all up, I got $107 right here in this little thing. So, you know, for the couple bucks it cost me to send it, what they do is they test them, and if they're good, they pay you for them, and they put your money right into my, or put my money right into my PayPal account, and, you know, I'm good to go. If they're no good, then they give you the scrap value that they buy them at, which is $4 a pound, which would be all the ones that I'm taking the gold off of, because I take the gold off of all these. Those are all the same, but they weren't like i3s or i5s. Those are just crappy ones. And sometimes I buy them off of eBay too. I buy 40, 50 pounds of them at a time, and sit here and take the copper caps off and take the right here. I take the copper cap off, and then there's some little MLCCs in the middle there. I scrape them off, and all I gotta do is throw this in the acid, and all that gold will come off, which is what I've been doing for 4 days because I forgot about them. Yeah, you gotta have like cross ventilation for sure. If you're in a garage, put a fan in there so the air is at least moving around. Because, like I said, it's nasty. You can get hurt real quick. It'll tear you up. I wonder if these got I need to find somebody that buys lithium-ion batteries too. Board Sort will buy the Li-ion, which is that one. All I got to do, that's all the little connectors right there. They all have gold. The lithium-ion ones, I have a bunch of them over there. I'm just gonna probably pop the gold contact off. But I wish I found some. But these here, you have to just run a piece of electrical tape. I just run it like across it because that has to be covered so they don't catch on fire, if they touch. So, you see, like this one here has a Li-ion battery, so I can sell that to Board Sort. It has a SIM card in it. And the SIM cards have the SIM card part. Where's it at there? But that's all gold on the SIM card. So I have a jar that I put those in. And then the phone, I don't remember what the phones are, but I can sell the phone like this, no battery, for one price, or I can leave the battery in it and get a cheaper price, or I could take the damn thing apart and pull the boards out because the boards have a lot of gold on them, and I have a bag of those right here. But there's a lot of money to be made stuff. Like I say, you just have to sort it out. So, like these are all cell phone boards, different makes and models. But all them lines are gold. And then where your touchpad is, the touchpad there, that's all gold plating too. So these have a little better gold. Like this one here. That square is gold, and the back of it's got the gold on it as well. So this is like 2 pounds of boards here, and I don't know what Board Sort's price is on these. It's got to be up there a little bit, I would think. So, but I actually paid I don't know, $5 for all of these. So there's quite a few in there. But I got a couple of guys that I buy stuff from, and they're actually from that site on the Facebook that I told you. And then I sell memory to people. It's a back and forth thing, but we all try to help each other out. I don't know where that came from. Meth cook will buy lithium batteries. Well, meth cell, I got a whole bunch. I don't think a meth cook could afford to buy them. Jimmy C, thanks for coming in, buddy. Much appreciated. But yeah, Mighty Scraper, like I said, there's just so much money to make in this stuff. If you can study it and figure out what to sell, how to break it down and like stockpile it. My thing is, I get a lot. I have a lot of volume. And I mean, every day I have stuff coming in. Thankfully, it's slowed down a little bit because I'm pretty much out of room. I think this is my old phone. I don't think about it. So, like, this is my old phone, but it still works. But yeah, you got to have room to store it. You got to have room to work. I have this table. I have that table that's way in the back. Let's see. All the way back there, right where my finger's pointing, not the plastic. But that's a big iron table back there. And I have, let's see. You got to look at that counter right there is where I was doing all my gold. Where is it? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Right there, that counter right there. That's where I do all my gold. But, I mean, I just have piles and piles. So I've been busting my butt and working on it, trying to get it manageable, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm a one-man show, so, I do what I can. MBA, my brother. Where is my fish? I've been waiting for my fish. I've been hungry for 2 days now. You could have gave me that catfish you got. Probably gave it to Mickey. Shame on you, NBA. Oops, sorry, guys. Had to move the camera there. So, NBA, it's 10 after 10 and I'm still working. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I took a break. And if I sat down any longer, I probably would have fell asleep. Woke up with a dog licking me in the face or something. You know what, NBA? I heard from Mickey, I think twice today. And I only answered her once. She was a little upset I didn't say hi to her today. But I've just been swamped all day. And hope she don't take it personal. Well, I don't care. Did you catch any more than 2 fish? That's what I want to know. Out there all day. Thanks, Mighty Scrapper. I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of it's repetitive, but since I'm getting into the live stream, it's good to talk to you guys, and I say I get some. It seems like I get more work done. I don't know, or it seems like it goes faster. Or, who knows? Plus, if somebody can learn something from me, then that makes me feel good. I need to teach myself something. Looked like a lot of trees in that water there. We were fishing at NBA. You said there was a flood there or something? KB Smith, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Ouch. Got a screw. I'm pulling CD drives apart, NBA. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. So when you come here and help me, you'll know what you're doing. I don't have to babysit you. You know what I mean? Oh, see, I almost threw gold in there. Ooh, I almost had to fire myself. And if you ever need to get a pair of these, they're flush cutters. Get a little angle on them. Boy, these things are nice. They're nice. Nicer than a fishing pole with no fish on the end. What are you getting for number 2 copper there, Mighty? I got a ton of it. I refuse to sell it until it goes back up to where it was. Yeah, In the Woods with Bigfoot, those are awesome. I have a couple pair of them. I got this pair, which you can tell I really used because I got it, the P-Star side off, so I did the redneck fix, put some electrical tape around the top of it so it don't slide. No offense, NBA. And then I bought 3 new pair. So here's one of them. I don't know where the other ones are. I got 2 little boxes of tools everywhere. But yeah, they're worth a couple of dollars. Sometimes these little ribbon tapes will kick your butt. I do have to call my finder because I gotta see how busy he is. I want to send him some stuff. But if he's busy, it'll take a month or so before he gets to my stuff. I'd rather wait till he's not busy so he can get on it right away and get it done. Like the cable guy would say, get her done. $176. Oof. I'd sit on that if I was you. Rednecky ring. Yeah, where I'm at here, we're at 195. Before the tariffs and everything hit, we were at like 250 almost for number 2. Number 1 copper was like 325, which is like, your clean copper tubing and stuff like that, which I have a bunch of. This stuff here. So I've got lots and lots of this. My neighbor 2 doors over is a heating and cooling guy, and probably twice a week he comes home, backs up in my garage, and dumps off all kinds of stuff. And then this weekend he cleaned his garage out. And in one of my videos I did, I got a bunch of it. So, but I sit on it. I can't bring myself to sell it, for almost nothing. When, a few months ago it was sky high. So, I'll wait. I'm in no hurry. I got enough to keep me going. That's for sure. Zung RV, good to see you. Bear Bright is like 210 here, which is, Bear Bright is. Here's Scrapper, stuff like this. It's amazing how I just have this stuff all laying around everywhere. Another thing you can, sorry about that noise. If you're doing boards, look for these black and yellow things. They're tantalums. Um, they'll be, you can look them up, but there's so many different varieties of them, and I don't have time to pluck through them all. But there's black ones that have a gray line on them, and there's yellow ones that have like a red line, and they'll have a plus sign on them. Those are tantalum capacitors. There's a company in Doral, Florida. Those right there are $20.50 a pound. Last time I checked. So anytime you see those tantalums, pop them off. I got like 4 pounds of them sitting back in a container. You know, when I have a board that has them on it, I pluck them off. Sometimes these CD-ROM boards have them on there. 2 contacts, a guy that works with muriatic acid, a woman that will be cleaning out this summer. So, yeah, what you got to do is, I mean, that's a good start. Just make some like some flyers, or even like a, even though if you're not a business, just put your name on there on a card with your number and what you do. Like my company name is Mike's Electronics Removal Service LLC, and I actually started when I started doing this. I was taking anything I could get: hair dryers, curling irons, toasters, because I got hooked on the silver contacts. Anything that makes a connection, electrical connection, will be a silver contact, like a light switch, an off and on switch on anything, will have a silver contact in it. So I was all excited. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make $1 million." And as I progressed, well, I found out that it wasn't all meant to be. But then I started doing like the flat screens and computers, and I started I would take like one computer apart, and then I would go like on YouTube, and I would research channels as to what can I take off of this thing, what's worth saving, what's not. Everything on a computer is money, everything right down to the screw. So once you learn how to sort everything out and either sell it whole, or if you want to pull chips off and try to find somebody to refine them. These chips here, what they do with these is they burn them. They incinerate them until they look like a charcoal, like in a grill, so that they'll turn totally white. And then they pulverize them into a dust, and then they run a magnet through the dust, and it picks up all the metallics, like these legs. And then they'll crush them again. A lot of guys make it's called a ball mill. They'll take like a lot of them are homemade. They'll take a propane tank, a gas propane tank. They'll cut a hole in it, and they'll run a rod through it with a motor and a pulley, and so it spins. And they'll put ball bearings in there, good sized ball bearings, and they'll crush up all these chips until they're a real fine powder, and they'll sift through them again and again. And when they finally get it to the consistency that it has to be, these guys have sluice boxes, just little, sluice box goes this way and this way, and they'll run a hose, a water source on the top, and they use a wood frame, and they use that corrugated pipe, like a irrigation pipe, but has the ridges in it. And what it'll do is when they take that powder, they'll take a spoonful at a time and they'll put it in that water. And what will happen is the plastic particles that's in the dust will float away, and all your gold, because your gold is heavier, will go into those little ripples on the first level, and then all your waste will come down off the second into a catch basin. So it's kind of cool the way they do it. I have patience, but I don't know if I have that much patience to do all that. But and then they use like nitric acid and all that stuff to get it as pure as they can. My refiner, I think my highest purity with him was 99.6, which is damn close. I was good enough for me. So it just depends on how you want to do it. It's just, but like I said, once you learn, there's guys that take these boards, these motherboards, wipe them out, clean everything off of them, and everything, they put everything in a big, either a bin like this or barrels, and then they have to sit there and sort through it. You pull your chips out. You got all these all have gold plated pins in them. This has gold plating underneath it. These all have gold plating in it. These I sell 60 cents a pound. I'm not going to sit there and pull the pins out of these. Your USB plugs have gold plating in them. They have the copper. But that's, these are all gold plated. But they sit there and they pull every little chip. Like, see, there's some of those tantalums. Like, I could take those off. That wouldn't matter because they're so little. But, yeah, I mean, they just depopulate the whole board. They just come up with a screwdriver. And, they sit there, but they refine it all. I'm not refining it all. I take what I want off of it that I know I can make, money on before I sell the board. And so I make money off the tantalums. I make money off the BGA chip, the gold corner ones, which I probably ain't gonna have one to show you. I probably don't know here. Let's see. Ooh, that's getting heavy. Yeah, so like a gold corner BGA would be, it'll look like that. So this is your gold corner. These here, I have two options with them. I can pull them off the board and sell them for $50 a pound. Or I can take them off the board, pop them off this backing like that. Well, I already had this one off. So I could still sell this as, I get a little bit more because I already took it off the backing for the refiner. So he don't have to go through all that work. So I can still get, if I take it off, I can get like maybe 55 a pound because all he has to do is burn them. He has this work here is gone. I already did that for him. Or I can refine them. And 1 pound of these chips, this chip here, yields about $100 in gold. So, there's all different sizes. So, I just sit there, even if they break. If they break, I pick up the pieces because these all contain gold. There's all gold inside these gold bonding wires. So, there's all shapes and sizes. So, that's what I do with these. And because I did this, I'll probably just have them refine them. Because I have a bunch of these. I have a bunch of IC chips. I have a bunch of flat packs, EPROMs. I keep it all separate. And, it's just a lot easier. But all this here, these all contain gold. I mean, see the gold on there? The little squares. So, I can put these. These take a lot longer for the acid to get on them. There's one that don't have a lot of debris on it. But, yeah, that's all gold in the middle there. So, these take longer because, they have like an epoxy around them. So the acid has to eat up all that before it gets to gold. So I just put them on them in a box and save them. So this is like winter work, or I'll put them in a barrel and stick them under my bench and forget about them for 8 months like I did the last one. And then I got to work 5-6 days to get it all cleared up. So it's back to where it should be. Even like PCI cards, which are your slot cards. I just cut the gold fingers off. And like I can take these here chips off. These are surface mount BGAs. They have a lot of gold in them too. But I really don't want to do. I don't want to do too much on them. These don't really pay nothing. They're like $1.35 a pound. You know what, NBA? It's funny you should say that name. I actually have somebody that lives in Ohio, and his name that he uses is Yukon Cornelius, and he's actually looking for flat screen TVs to buy. And I was just talking to him last night, and I was laughing because I was like, the NBA calls me Yukon Cornelius. So you have to call me Yukon Mike or Yukon, I don't know. Don't call me Yukon Mickey, call. Come out to Kentucky and kick you in the butt. Yeah, I'm going to check that out, Mighty Scrapper, for sure. I feel bad because I'm so busy doing this, and by the time I, get done for the day, it's, I'm always like tired, and and I have a list upstairs of, videos of people I have to watch, and there you go, NBA. And so I got to get to them. I seen that hunting and stuff with J&J give me a shout out video yesterday. I happened to catch that, so that was cool. I appreciate that. JJ's a good guy. So yeah, I'm definitely I'll write that down, and I'm actually like I said, once I can get all this gold done, because this gold's just driving me crazy. I may take. I probably won't though, but I'm thinking about maybe taking Sunday off. The weekend is supposed to be super nice though, so even under that cell phone cover, see where that orange thing is there? That's actually got gold on it. Yeah, it's supposed to be super nice, so I really, 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 really want to go outside and work on my new free stainless steel workbench and start whacking on some of them TVs out there. Gold on that SIM card. All SIM cards have gold, but you need a lot of SIM cards to get anywhere. Also, I used to buy them off of eBay too, but I don't buy the SIM cards anymore. Main things I buy on eBay is sometimes motherboards if I can get a good deal on them. Pinless CPUs. What else do I buy? Slot cards like these. Put all this back where it belongs. Give me 1 minute. Alright, let's get back to work. Mickey talking shit. Got a lot done today, Mickey. I took a I don't know, hour break and got bored. I shut the shop all down, shut the lights down, computers down, TVs down. Came back down here and fired everything back up. So I'll probably work down here till probably 2 in the morning. So getting a lot done. Gold's kicking my butt. So kind of got me a little aggravated, but my own fault. What about the other half? NBA, you'll ever talk to you like that? Can't talk to him like that. Jupiter's too close, NBA. Mickey can't go. She can't go to Uranus. What are you gonna do? Dang. That's good. That'll keep you busy. You won't be bothering me. Thank you, Pierre. I'm going to send him a thank you card. Damn cat's climbing on shit over there. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Mickey. You ever do a stream like that again? It ain't happening. NBA got smart. He left. Yoga. Or exercising, whatever the hell you were doing. Almighty, I guess you could, but it's just hard to watch the chat when you're. That's why I'm just doing this little crappy stuff. So I can kind of, I move my can. I only got about 3, 6, 9, probably about 20 more of these, and I'll have them all done. I had about a little over 300 when I started today, so I've done them all, which is good. Which is good. Ship it. Can't believe I didn't find the porn disc yet. Another one bites the dust. Getting there. My string bikini is. So, because you want to get swimsuit ready, we all got to get ready with you? I don't think so. That's just wrong. Mighty Scrapper. I have about 15 computer repair stores that I have agreements with, contracts with. Between two of them right now, I have 6 pallets sitting of towers, hard drives, tons of stuff. So yeah, you're right. I can clean that shelf off, and I have 2 storage units full of stuff too. So it never ends till I'm dead. Now see that little chip right there? That is the same as this turkey crystal oscillator, but it's a ceramic one. So we always take those off. As soon as I find got my persuader. I don't have my other. Oh no! I use a wood chisel. That might work. It'll probably fly across the basement. Got it. Cool. A lot of times when you get these, they take off on you. So then I put them in a little pill bottle. These are actually pretty heavy, but they all have you can see the gold on them. Those 4 dots. And then around the outside, they have gold, and they have gold inside of them. Like I said, it's just some of the little things you can pop off of them, or you can just drop them all over the place. I'll find it eventually. Or they got little fuses, little gold fuses. You see those? Pop them off. Oh, here's some of my SIM cards right here. But all of this stuff has gold on it. These little scan discs that they use for like cameras. It's all gold. And get it to turn the right way. Right there. Oh, they all got gold in them. Gold everywhere. You could do a flat screen. The TVs in the yard. Never seen so many. Maybe quite a. The only flat screens that really have value to them are the plasmas. The plasmas have a lot of this ribbon with the gold on it, but it's really heavy. And if the telecom board in them is a newer one. It'll be gold plated, but there's a lot of extruded aluminum in them. There's a lot of copper in them. And motors. There's a lot of the plasma. The other ones just have like a mid-grade board in them, which I don't even deal with selling mid-grades. I just pull the chips. Because mid-grade boards are only right now, they're like 20 cents a pound. So for me to load up, 500-600 pounds of mid-grade boards for 20 cents a pound, I make more money taking the chips off and send them to my refiner. Plus, it takes up space in the trucks. So I have a massive pile of power supplies that I have to get out of here and put them somewhere, because it's taking up a good amount of space right here by my bench, and I need a room. Plus, I gotta get rid of all this damn plastic that's down here too. That's gotta get removed as well. So when I get about a week's stretch of good weather, I am going to take my old wrinkled ass and my tools outside, and I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to conquer that pile. And then I'm going to rent a dumpster, either a roll-off dumpster, or they call them soft tire. They're just dumpsters on 4 tires, so don't mess up your driveway. Not your average Jojo. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Good to see you. So, but that's my deal. But I got like a Mighty Scrapper. I got that guy in Toledo, Ohio, who's looking to buy flat screens. He's like 3 certain brands that he's interested in. And with that massive pile I got outside, then I have a whole bunch on the one side of the basement, and I have some straight back in the corner. I'm sure he can find what he's looking for. I think he just uses them for parts. I don't know if he's a true scrap guy or not. I don't know. But I don't care. Give me more than what I paid, and you can have them all. I'll even load them for you for free, just to get rid of them. But then I'll just get more, so it don't matter. Jojo, where's Jeff? I need his help. He's the closest one to me. I got lots of water. He'll be at home. You can bring his mason jar. Yeah, that one's done. That one's done. I like when they're easy. Come on, get her. A dummy could do this job. Contains, what's this? Talked to my scrapyard, they said that due to lack of e-waste being brought in, they're only buying CPU and IC what their buyer wants. A lot of scrapyards don't even want e-waste. Nobody wants me. But yeah, like if you took a bunch of boards, like these are considered mid-grade boards. You get 6 cents a pound for them because they throw them in the shred. They buy them as shred steel, which is kind of sad. I mean, there's so much gold and stuff in this stuff. That's why I take the chips off and then I throw it in the shred pile. So I'm still getting a little value out of it. Even these little plug deals right there have gold pins in them, but I don't mess with the pins. So. And then like these video cards, these are good value too because they have the cast aluminum. This one had a big board on it, which I already took off and put in a bucket to feed the board sort. And so they have the this here's a copper aluminum heat sink. They buy them as like a air conditioning radiator. And get this stupid plastic off. Always something that gives you a hard time. Why? NBA, have a good night. Don't have nightmares about Mickey. I will catch you on the next one. E-Cycle Nation. Wow, I am honored. Mighty Scrapper. You need to follow E-Cycle Nation. He's a good friend of mine. Almost like a brother to me if we were actually related. Real informative. Give him a check out. He's awesome. He's even got a cool first name. I wonder what it is. So, E-Cycle, I've been doing this since 7 o'clock this morning, and I'm still going. A lot of gold, though. I've had to do a lot of gold. I did some pinless CPUs, and I forgot to take the MLCCs off of them, and they sat in a bucket under my bench for about 4 months. So you can imagine what kind of mess I had at the bottom of that bucket. So sorry about the noise, guys. So for the last 4 days, I've been filtering and trying to get everything done. So I almost got it done. I should have it finished tomorrow. The worst of it, anyway. There we go. And then I'll just leave that cast iron on there, Mighty Scrapper, and I can get away with that for a copper aluminum radiator. My yard's pretty cool with me. Good night, Pez. E-Cycle, Mickey XO is a pain in my butt. But she's alright sometimes, but mostly a pain in my butt. She's a sister you never wanted. Thanks for doing that, Mighty Scrapper. I appreciate it. I know he does. So, but yeah, he does junk removal and e-waste, and he had a cool video on there last night, I think it was, of the grandbaby making him laugh. That was funny. That was funny. So, yeah, E-Cycle Nation is awesome. I've learned a lot from him. I've learned from him and Moose Scrapper as far as, getting this stuff started. And so it's all their fault that I got all this stuff piled up, and I'm blaming them. I was supposed to go to board sort E-Cycle yesterday, but I had a doctor's appointment that I had to go to. I should have canceled and just went and made my money, because my doctor's appointment lasted about 15 minutes. So I was a little upset. So I'm going to try to go maybe next Wednesday. I always seem to go on Wednesdays. I don't know why. But I've got just a mountain of stuff I have to take. and adding more to it since I got another week to add to it. That is true, E-Cycle. That is true. You have taught me a lot. You're about the only person I listen to. Ain't too many people I listen to. So you're one of them. So believe that, Mickey. I do listen to people. So Mickey's a sweetheart. She was a really sweetheart today because I didn't talk to her all day. I had a productive day. And if I have a productive middle of the morning. Ah, jeez. E-Cycle's either working or picking up his son. You better not be working at 10 to 11 at night. That's too much for an old guy like him. And me too. Two old guys. Busting our humps. So, yeah, my scrapper just, go back on some of his older videos. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Even, I don't know if you have Moose Scrapper or not. Mighty Scrapper. He's super informative too when it comes to doing the gold and stuff. Because he does it, the way I do it, with just the muriatic acid. But he just bought a forge too. Moose Scrapper did. He's gonna start making ingots. So I was right. Picking up the sun. See, I got you pegged. I know what you're doing down there. You can't sneak by me on nothing. How is Joe doing? She keeping you busy? You know who the boss is there. I scrapped my receipts after. Yeah, you scrapped them right in a filing cabinet. Just write off everything. You don't scrap nothing, Mickey. Ooh. That's got a lot of stuff on it. You don't scrap nothing. Yeah, E-Cycle, I'm up to almost 20 grams of gold. And I think it's 22 or 23 grams for an ounce. Am I right? I don't remember. I always thought it was 30 something, but somebody told me it was 20 something. So I'll be glad when these things are done. So I got about 20 more to do or so. And then I'm going to start on my 4,000, 5,000 hard drives I got. Start breaking them down. Make some more room. Oh, you'll get there in no time. Just keep loading up content and keep hitting people up in those live streams and stuff. You'll get there. I got there. I got quick. I don't know how I got to where I am so fast. Oh, that's right. They all came from Mickey. I forgot. She reminds me every day. She reminds me every day. So, another one bites the dust. Now what am I gonna do? I don't really feel like going back there and getting any more of those. So switch it up. Switch it up. E-Waste paid people. 31.1. Thanks. I was close. I said 30 something. I'm just too lazy to go look it up. 5 computers running 2 days ago. Look something up. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible. I got enough gold-plated stuff. I need to send it down to Ohio. I need to send that stuff. Do that reverse electroplating. Is that still, you got that figured out? E-cycle, that reverse electroplating? You got it working pretty good? Mickey won't promote me. Doesn't like Alabama. Well, you're closer to her than I am, that's all. That's for sure. So I kind of feel sorry for you. Alright, let's try this. You could probably smell those nasty burps she does. Yeah, we'll do a couple hard drives. Break it up a little bit. And by the time I go to bed tonight, I will finish that gold. There's always one under the sticker. Right there. Come on. Where you at? Oh, you're in there. Sorry for the noise. I don't know how loud that drill is going through there. Oh, I wasn't even close. There we go. Metal. Yep. So there you go. All your information right there on that nice shiny disc. All your credit card numbers, 30 pictures, whatever else. I got it all. Hold it for ransom. I'm taking hard drives apart, E-cycle. Fast and easy way. I need a screwdriver. David the producer, good to see you, buddy. How are you? Thanks for dropping by. Greatly appreciated. Driving and raining. Be careful driving there, buddy. You can keep that rain. It ain't raining up here. It'll probably turn into snow for you. That'd be nice. We're supposed to be in 65 or something this weekend. It's supposed to be really nice. Oh, here we go. One hard drive. Naked pictures of Mickey on here. Anybody want to buy this? We'll put it on eBay. 10 cents. Alright, so first time seeing you. Yeah, Dave, I've only done maybe I don't know, maybe 3. Still undecided whether I like doing it, but I got bored tonight and I shut my shop down and went upstairs for about an hour and grabbed something to eat. Didn't really see anything on YouTube I wanted to do, and wasn't nothing on Netflix. So I said, well, I'm going back down. So I opened the shop back up, turned all the lights back on, fired up the old laptop, and here I am. So now I'll probably work till about 2 in the morning. Get my third wind. I've been going since like 7 o'clock. So I have a bunch of gold that I've been doing for 4 days, so kind of burned out on that. My own fault because I messed it up. So, matter of fact, So there's the gold that I'm playing with. It comes out of electronics. So, it comes out of hard drive, memory, like that. All that bottom, I cut all that off, get all the gold off of there. Slot cards, SIM cards, all kinds of stuff. But that's how you do that. Quite a bit in there. And I still have a whole bunch to go. CPUs, like these here. These are pinless ones. So I'll throw this in acid and all that gold will come off of there. I used to have a copper plate here. Took that off. Scraped the little stuff in the middle off. And in the acid it goes. Little ribbon wires. These are in the CD-ROMs. They have right on the tip there's gold where it hits the I'm trying to get it to glare for you. But yeah, so the gold on all these, and I have a ton of them. Mighty scrappy. Yeah. This here is out of a plasma. That's one of the ribbons that are in there. But you get like I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 on each side. Let's see on the top there, that's all, it's heavy gold on there. And then some on the other side there'll be like maybe 2. Sometimes they're silver, but there's a lot of gold on them though. Whoops, that bad boy went flying. So I just take this whole thing and just throw it right in the acid, and it adds up. It adds up quick. So, Mickey, my son was stationed in Texas 4 years ago. He probably ran out of Texas when he found out Mickey was there. 60 cents for ribbon wire, but 25 for number 2 insulated. See, my ribbon wire, like this stuff here, and thicker ribbon wire that's in the computers that have the IDE plugs on the end. My yard only takes them as like low grade. They're in the same category as Christmas lights. So I just throw it all together. Oh, you're in Cincinnati? Oh, all right. You're close to East Cycle. I'd only moved to Ohio to be closer to Board Sort because it's a 3.5 hour drive there and a 3.5 hour drive back, and you're there about an hour and a half sometimes. So it's a full day. It's an 8 to 9 hour day. And then, depending on what idiots are on the highway with you, I usually take the turnpike, the Ohio Turnpike down to Cleveland. Seems to be about the easiest way. I took a back road once, and good God. It was about the same distance, but it was like a straight line. So I got bored really quick. Wanted to just like put it on cruise control and take a nap. Yeah, I don't know what they even pay for those the low grade stuff anymore. Not sure. But even your logic boards off your hard drives, they go on there. These are $8.50 a pound at Board Sort. So I have almost $600 in just these sitting over there in the bin. And then all the IDE plugs, they all have gold pins in them. So I just sell these to Board Sort. They're easy to take apart though. All you do is just cut the where the blue starts. I got the wrong cutters. Just cut it where the blue starts. Like that. And then this here will pop open. You just take it and peel it. Wait a minute. Here we go. And if you peel this off, this is that other ribbon wire that's in the computers. And then what guys do is they take a real small pair of pliers, and you see all them little pins that are in there? They'll actually sit there and go like this. Well, that's the center support, but and they pull them out. See that little pin? Can you see that? It looks bigger on the camera. I am not going to sit there and pull all them out. Not going to happen. I did it one time, and I sent them to a one of the refiners that I deal with. But I mean, they pull right out, but you know, I'm not going to sit there for hours. So I just sell them 60 cents a pound. Everything's gone down a little bit, price-wise, but you know, when you have a lot of it, like I said, when I go, it's anywhere between $4,000 and $6,000 every time I go. So when I go, I make sure I got a good, you know, amount, make it worth the trip. Good night, Mickey. Go to sleep. I stayed up all night watching. Oh, you didn't. You didn't even know I was on because I didn't even tell you. You just got lucky. Ohio is full of idiots. I have a buddy that lives just outside of Columbus in Delaware County, Sunbury. I think E-Cycle just did some work over there, not far from where he's at. We'll go back and do some more garage work. You know, the weekend's coming, so you can finish it this weekend. So, Vicky didn't talk to me all day. Now she's gonna razz me, give me a hard time. You know, I don't even really feel like doing that, Mighty Scrapper. It's just I have I get so much of that crap that I'm surprised that I even actually cut them off the wires. But here's my bucket to the top. To the top. So, you know, the USBs, but this bucket's pretty heavy. I usually take about 2 of these buckets when I go. You know, the little for the monitors, USB plugs. You know, so all this stuff. They take it. It's just easier for me to cut it off, throw it in a bucket, than sit and try to process it all. Man, this bucket's heavy. Yeah. 31 pounds of plugs in that bucket. But like I said, I just I don't want to go through all the mess of putting them in the acid and stuff. Gold's the only thing I usually just, you know, do the gold fingers and the CPUs. You said you were tired. I was putting you to sleep. So, there you go. I was working before you were even at work today, Mickey. So take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. What do you think of that? All right, folks. Well, about 2 hours. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to go and play with that gold. Go play with my vibrator. Woohoo! And see what I can get done. See what I can get done tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to work till 2. I'm going to do that gold. That gold's probably going to take me another hour. Oops. I hit my keyboard. And I'm going to putz with that. And then I'm going to, I don't know. We'll see what else I can get into upstairs. I'll probably sit down and fall asleep. Who knows? All right, Mighty Scrapper. I'll catch you on the next one. They're just, pop-ups. I don't have a time or anything like that. Just whenever I feel like doing it. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you go. Want to say hi? Look in the camera. Huh? You say hi. You're a pain in the butt. Do some work. You want to do no work? E-Cycle, good to see you again, buddy. I need to keep in touch with you a little bit more. I just been so busy. I know you're busting your butt too, but I miss talking to you. Maybe I'll give you a call over the weekend or something if you're not busy. But I appreciate you stopping in. Hope to see you again. These on RVs, please. I think I already have you, but I'll double check for sure. So if anybody don't have anybody in here, check them out. Mess Hall. See you later, Mess Hall. Like I said, I'll probably stream, this weekend. See what else I can get into. I ain't begun to be mean to you, Mickey. So, I will catch you all later. I'm gonna wrap this up, and like I said, I'll probably go on again this weekend. Probably around the same time Mickey is doing hers. So we'll see what happens. But you guys have a good night. Mickey, go back and clean your garage. And I will see you all crying. Wah, wah, wah. Boo-hoo. Earl, okay. Say boo-hoo. Here, Earl. Say boo-hoo to Mickey. Earl. Say boo-hoo to Mickey. Tell her. Boo-hoo, Mickey. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Rub the camera. All right, I will catch you guys later. Y'all have a good night. Mickey, whatever. See you later.